thing I have to ask is, as you walk on the field here at Hickson Park, has it set in that the days are numbered? You're almost done as a Wolfpack player.
Yeah, I mean, every time we step on the field here, I have moments before the game where I'll be standing here, like looking at everybody in the crowd, looking at my teammates, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm only doing this so many more times. Taking myself out of the moment and like kind of bigger picturing it for a little bit.
Well, of course, this field did not look like this when you first arrived on campus. What do you remember about that first visit to Reno and falling in love with this program?
I remember not as big as a locker room, and I remember grass outfield that at the time, because I came a little bit in winter time, it was like dead grass out in the behind the fence, and I still loved this place.
We didn't even get out of the parking lot good. And she turned to me and said, Mom, this is where I'm gonna go to school at.
Everything that we did just like checked the boxes off the list of why I wanted to go here, so.
Sure enough, 4+ years later, I think you made the right decision, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Something that I'm really impressed by is you were recruited by Josh Taylor, never played for him,
Right.
end up playing for Linda Garza.
Right.
She leaves, then you stick around and play for Marina DeMore, and now you're playing for your 4th head coach as a member of the program. What made you stick with the silver and blue?
Yeah, I always wanted to be here, and there's nothing about this place that I didn't love. A new coach coming in, it didn't really stress me out. I knew what I had to offer, and I knew that I was going to work hard to get a position, no matter who the coach was coming in, even if they did recruit me or they didn't.
That first meeting where we met the team and just seeing Aaliyah's reaction.
New head coach, Victoria Hayward.
I was like, it's all gonna be fine.
I was really excited when Coach Vic came in because she texted me and was like, I want to know everything that you know about this university. Like, you've been here longer than I'm going to be here when we're working together. And I was able to share my story and share some culture about this place and just really help her be a part of her building this place up.
She had some pretty big goals, and she was also vulnerable of how she wanted to grow and how I could help her grow and how we could just kind of like continue to develop her as a softball player and as a human. And she's just like blown every expectation out of the water.
Jenkins crushes it to left, and it's no doubt about that one.
Yeah, and that's what Jenkins does best.
Right on cue, Aaliyah Jenkins.
Program's all-time leader in home runs. Program's all-time leader in runs batted in. You're lurking on some other records. Could you have scripted that when you first arrived on campus?
Absolutely not. I had no idea. I really, in high school, I started hitting home runs like towards the end of my high school career, and I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. And I was like, but I always just loved hitting, and I loved getting on base, and I loved being competitive, and I never would have thought I would have been breaking so many records at this school and this program.
Nevada's new all-time RBI record leader.
What are you the most proud of in your Wolfpack career?
I would probably say having stepped into the leadership role that I'm in. I've never really wanted to be the person that people look to, especially when I came in my freshman year. I was playing, but I was still scared to be like in the front of it and like be the one that everybody would look to when things were hitting the fan a little bit.
As a parent, you always know that your kid is special, but to have other people think that she's special enough to help lead the team, it's an amazing feeling.
I've been enjoying the ride, since she was 5 years old. See her come here and flourish and do her thing. I just sit back and enjoy the ride, and it's been great.
The fact that I've been able to step up and be that person that I've always wanted to look up to too.
Speaking of looking up to individuals, your older sister Jada.
Now to a sad ending to a tragic story that has gripped the Bay Area for weeks. The body of an 18-year-old Tracy woman who had been missing since crashing her car into Alameda Creek has been found.
I know you tragically lost her when you were just 13 years old, but how much is she still a presence in your everyday life?
Oh, all the time. I do things at this field and I do things in softball for her because she never got the chance to complete her little softball career that she got to start.
It was a very dark time for everyone, but Aaliyah excelled. And I like to think it's because her sister's still with her.
She wrote a note to herself when Jada passes, like, now everything I do is for you, and I'm gonna make you proud of me.
I wrote that I would do everything every day to have her live through me, show up and do everything that I can the way that she would do it 100% because she would do everything 100%.
She has something to prove for both of them.
I want to play a little video for you and just tell me what comes to mind.
Oh gosh,
when you see
I'm
this.
scared. No. No!
Hi, my name's Aaliyah Jenkins. I play for Eastern Pipes Mejias. I go to Tracy High School, class of 2021. I'm a catcher and utility player.
What would you tell that young gal?
Oh my gosh. Freaking move your feet. I don't know. I was really slow then. Just to keep pushing. There was times in my recruiting process where it was really hard to like want to keep pushing and like wanting to keep sending the emails and wanting to keep talking to college coaches and wanting to keep working so hard just because I would find somewhere that I wanted to go and then it would be a no. And then it was like just all the no's and no's and no's to find the right yes. And I feel like this was my right yes. And so just that I was going to end up in a place that I was supposed to be at. And I've always felt like I was supposed to be here.
Feels like every time you step into the batter's box, it's a sure thing. How confident are you?
I mean, how many games played? 200 games played? Like I have to have some sort of confidence at this point. I've learned so many things on how to scout and how to get all the information that I need and not too much information. And so stepping into a box, I feel like there's not a pitch I haven't seen yet.
I always told her, you know, if you're gonna do something, fully commit to it, you know, don't cut any corners. And she took it and ran with it. I mean, even hearing clicks in the backyard and not knowing what's going on, I look out the window and she's barefoot outside in the hitting net at 8 years old.
Jenkins sends out one into the sky, looking up, going back, and it is gone.
What would it mean for you to bring a Mountain West Championship to this program?
Oh my God, it's what I sleep and I think about it every night. It would mean everything to leave this place, and they would host next year and they would have to put bleachers out there, they would have to get lights here, like all that stuff that we've been wanting and that we deserve would have to happen. That's the only thing I want to do. That's where my eyes are at right now.
All right, home stretch of your epic career is on deck, perhaps a Mountain West Championship or two to come. But it sounds like you're planting some roots here in the biggest little city. What's on deck after your softball career?
I think I'm gonna hang out a little bit here in Reno. They're talking about a PT school potentially opening up here, and that's where I'm kind of thinking about heading. Just hanging out, doing some classes, probably working with some softball girls around town. So just staying here. I love it here. It's a great problem to have so many options, and I have a lot of options, so.
And that's the thing. In the meantime, you're staying present and trying to bring some hardware back here to Wolfpack Land.
Heck
Good
yeah.
luck.
Thank you.